The Five Bloods, the brand new Netflix film directed by Spike Lee, the same director of Black Klansman that came out in 2018. And this film might be the best film of this year so far. We'll see how the other films turn out. But so far, this is the best film I have seen of 2020. Like, it's like what this film is, it's on its surface seems to be this like nice going, feel warming film dealing with elderly characters that we have seen before, like Going in Style and the Bucket List and you know so on so forth. Two grumpy old men and you know all these films before. But when the film has kind of gone on and on, it just starts oozing out its the actual film, and it's just wonderfully done. Context: the story of it is about these four veterans coming back to Vietnam since the war, them going through the jungle to collect the gold that they found back in the 70s and the remains of one of their comrades, and then shit just goes hit the fan. Like, actually, like, not as it should, but as in, like, the story, stuff happens, and there's a good 10-minute scene in the 8-minute mark that is just breathtaking and edge of the seat. You're like, oh, no. And you know once, like, how it starts is going to happen. Just how it plays out. But it's just really well done. There's not, like, this movie is 2 hours and 34 minutes long. And every minute counts. Every minute. Like, this is a movie about, yes, it's about war, but it's all about memories and family and blood and how it affects and how about nightmares and change. I mean, naturally, you have one person who is very heavy on PTSD, and very heavy on it. And he's that one who's like, the moment he's in the jungle, he's ready for war. And it's just, you understand everything, that every character that you're seeing is that. This movie is also about father and sons, because secretly, the son of one of the characters comes along, and because it's a weird off relationship between the two characters, you got this wonderful father and son, where you have the son trying to prove to his dad that, hey, I'm worthy of you. I am one of you. I should be. It's just wonderfully well done. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, you even got these flashbacks where they're at the war. That's where we meet the fallen veteran that they are trying to find the remains for. They at the beginning, I thought it would just easily be jarring, because at the beginning it kind of happens like every like 5-10 minutes, and then and we meet, and that stuff is really well done, and really well done action for it. It is essentially not glorifying, but it's like a homage to like the 50s and the 60s, where like war was like, look at where you're shooting all these, like, because it's Vietnam at this context, we're finding all of these, you know, Koreans, you know, like, how we're making all these soldiers like superheroes, plus having all these soldiers be black African Americans. It probably has a bigger impact of it, seeing people, you know, at the time, you know, seeing that kind of context. I mean, by a minute, there's a scene that hits you wide of the gut, and that's like showing footage. This movie is gory. It is a very gory film. It's that, and also it does deal with today's stuff. It's very very relevant. You're dealing with Black Lives Matter. You're dealing with there's a couple of French characters, and there's that whole thing about French in America, and there's a Trump comment about the whole thing, like, hey, you motherfuckers, you voted him, and there's that line about like, hey, we're black, so we kind of didn't vote for him. Just saying, like, it's that whole thing. It's this is really good. This is where I'm probably jumping around and explaining shit and all that, but yeah, it's a really solid. It's really well done. Yeah, so far at this point, best film of the year.